Hey, what's up you guys? I hope you're having a great day. I'm Andrew, and if you're new to my channel, then welcome. The bathroom is a tricky subject, and I know that it sounds silly because everybody pees and it shouldn't matter, but Oliver and I have both had very negative experiences in the bathroom regarding comments being made to us. And because I do recognize that depending on what area you live in, there can be a safety concern, I want to help teach you, so I have a couple of tips on how you can become a pro at peeing. So the trick that I use most often is sitting on the edge of the toilet seat. So instead of sitting back all comfortably, you scoot your butt up to where you're almost on the very edge, to where it's like your pee, if you were to pee really hard, it would go out of the toilet. And the reason that I do this is because instead of hitting the water, it hits the edge of the toilet seat and it just gradually trickles down, so it doesn't make any noise. And a lot of it just depends on the toilet bowl. You just kind of get used to the feel of, depending on how deep the toilet bowl is, because I know that sounds weird, but I have noticed that different toilets make a difference. But just scoot up as far as you can, and then you just have to really focus and pee very gradually. And if you're sitting on the edge of the seat and it's still hitting the water, try shifting your pelvis a little bit. It's something that you should just practice at home, but you can, if you get it up close and you shift your pelvis, you'll be able to hear the difference. Whenever it's not hitting the water, it doesn't make sound, and if it does, it's very minimal. This kind of leads to my second tip, which is learning how to stop abruptly. Like, I sat on the toilet and I would just be like, stop, and I would learn to, whenever like my brain said stop, to stop my pee. And the reason why I suggest this is because there have been many times where there's no one in the bathroom, so then I don't care, you know, I just pee like normal, and then someone walks in. And as soon as I hear someone walk in, I instantly stop. And the reason why this is a concern is because the way that girls pee and the way that guys pee sounds very different. Some guys do sit down on the toilet, so it's not even necessarily the fact that they see the direction of your feet, but if you listen to a male pee compared to a female pee in a toilet, it's almost a dead giveaway. And then on top of that, you peeing and then grabbing toilet paper, it's like, it's the most obvious thing. I can't tell you how many times whenever I used to do this, I would walk out of the bathroom and it would be noticeable that they knew what was going on, even regardless of if I passed or not. So if somebody comes in, you can quickly stop, and then you can adjust to where they won't be able to hear you. And the third tip that I have is what I call flush and blast. So this one you kind of have to really prepare yourself for it. And what I mean by this is you sit down and you get to where you're about to pee, like it's about to happen, and then you flush the toilet and then you just blast out as much as you can as fast as possible, because the toilet sound will cover up your peeing. And so if if you're not comfortable trying to scoot up on the edge, or you just really have to pee really bad, that's a good alternative to just be able to flush and then go as fast as possible. So another trick that you can do, and this one you can kind of combine them, but is you start to grab toilet paper. If you notice that it's making noise, just start to wad up some toilet paper, start preparing it, and wad it up in your hand. The crinkles and you slamming your hand on the thing will kind of counteract it. It'll distract the noise and take away from it a little bit. And another toilet paper tip, if you're concerned about them hearing you in the bathroom for a short period of time and kind of putting two and two together, what you can do is whenever you first walk in, you can grab a wad of toilet paper and crumple it up and just kind of stand there for a second, because a lot of times it's very common for there to be pee on the toilet seat. So if you do that, it's kind of assumed that you're wiping down the toilet seat before you sit down to use the toilet. So if you just hold the toilet paper in your hand, and then after you're done peeing, if you use, the pelvic trick or whatever trick you used, you can just blot and do that very quietly. I've done that before and it works out, and then they have no idea that I even used toilet paper. And the last tip that I have for you is waiting on another noise. So waiting for somebody to enter the bathroom and start peeing themselves and making some noise, or waiting for a toilet to flush, or just for the person to leave. This can be a really good alternative, because if somebody else is making noise and they're focused on what they're doing and they're not just sitting in silence listening to you pee. I really want for you guys to feel comfortable and safe in the bathroom, which is why I wanted to share these tips with you. I hope that some of them were helpful, and like I said, you can combine them any way that you want, but I've been doing these for years and I've never gotten a weird look walking out of the bathroom ever since I've started using them. That's about all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.